All right, this is a great SI joint realignment flow that you can do. It only takes maybe 5 to 7 minutes at most once you've got the movements down. I would suggest also coupling this either pre or post with a little bit of breath work to help find expansion and movement in the upper rib cage, as really the case may be if you have limited mobility up here, it's going to affect the hips and vice versa. There's a lot of interplay. So addressing both the SI alignment and your pelvic positioning along with rib cage expansion, making sure we've got good movement there, is going to help have more sustainable results versus just doing this hip reset by itself. So we're going to start off with some butt kicks on the floor. I'm going to come up each time and just give a little bit of context as to what the movement is, and then show you just a few reps for the sake of time and brevity. So that one was pretty simple, just some butt kicks, laying prone on your belly on the floor. The next one is what I call windshield wiper legs. So you're going to remain in that position and simply do internal rotation. So this is your lower leg. So we're going to internal, so swing the feet wide and then swing the feet towards your center line. And we're going to do that about 8 to 15 times just to get some movement through the hips. Okay, from here, we're going to move into a quadruped. Typically, most people would do on the knees and then arms straight like this. What we're going to do is rotate the hands so they're facing each other, elbows wide. What this does is it helps open that upper back and gives us more expansion through the upper ribs. What you're going to want to focus on, because we're going to do 5 deep inhales and then exhales, you want to focus, okay, we're going to be in the quadruped. On the inhale, you're going to focus on expansion through the sides of the ribs, but also in the back of your upper back. Really just trying to get, again, movement through that rib cage. And on the exhale, we're going to think long spine and kind of growing through the top of the head towards the wall, and just having a lot of space created in your spine, okay? So again, this is 5 deep inhales and exhales, really taking time on both sides of the breath to find expansion in your spine. Again, we've got hands medial, okay? Knees stacked right under hips. Okay, from here we're going to remain in the quadruped position, we're going to do a little bit of work with internal and external rotation. So for the first movement, you're going to have your knees together and then your ankles and feet splayed a little bit wide. And we're going to keep the upper body in the same position as when we were doing the quadruped breathing. And we're going to rock back and forth in that position. So knees together. And then if you have a yoga mat, just kick the feet out in equal width to about either side of the yoga mat. And again, arms in that same position as, I'm just going back just a little bit, as the quadruped breathing. Okay, so from here, we're going to breathe when we're up off of our feet, and then exhale as we go back towards the heels. Okay, and arms stay in place, or hands stay in place. And you can do that one about 8 to 10 times. From here, we're going to bring the feet together, and then this time kick the knees out to about either side of the yoga mat. Okay? Again, arms and hands in the same placement. And again, inhale, up off the heels, and exhale as we go back towards the heels. All right, the last one is going to be, you need something to put between your knees that you can push against. So either foam roller, yoga block, anything that's about 4 to 6 inches wide. And what we're going to do is a very simple hip bridge. You're going to lay on your back, feet just maybe 18 inches out from your butt. We're going to put this between the knees, and you're going to lightly press your knees against whatever item you're using and bridge up into a very simple hip bridge. Inhale as your back is on the floor, and then exhale as we bring the hips up away from the floor. Again, about 8 to 10 repetitions, and you can do a couple sets if you like the way this feels. Again, this gets the hips back comfortable with internal rotation, hip extension, and just wakes things up in a nice balanced manner. So laying back right here. So the last bonus move, if you would like to get a little bit of a stretch around the hips, that's something that can be beneficial. Oftentimes when we have these misalignments, the muscles kind of go along for the ride, and you can end up experiencing a bit of additional tension. And so releasing those areas and just getting them to relax and trust this new position that you've found can be a really helpful way to end this realignment. I'm going to show you an easy one. I will also wrap up with the advisement that doing some myofascial release, whether with like a peanut ball along your spine, some foam roller work, not just in the back, but also quads, adductors, your glutes, and even up into the straightest anterior along the side of your rib cage and your lats. Just All of those things have a very large interplay with our hip positioning. So getting those balanced and addressing any areas of tension is a very solid and wise long-term solution to making sure that these things stick. Final thing to close with before we do this last little bonus stretch, so windy today, is just frequency. You can do this once or twice a day as you're getting started. If you're just finding that you need to have a little bit different realignment for your body, as you do this more frequently and with the higher frequency, you may find that this new position sticks a little bit better. As your body learns to trust it, it won't slide into old habits so quickly. So I will say that doing this on a regular basis, though, at least 3 to 4 times a week, it's just like brushing your teeth. Keep things on the up and up. So this last stretch, it's just a simple twist stretch. What you're going to do is start in that same hip bridge starting position. You're going to cross your foot over your knee, and we're going to twist to one side, and I'll just show you what that looks like real quick. So you're here. You can do 3 to 5 breaths on each side. And that's it. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.